What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our weekly podcast. We are batting practice. I'm Josh. Jacob's over there, and Andrew is down there. I can't wait for tonight's episode. I'm very excited. I hope you guys are as well. But I have a question for you guys. This came up at my place of work this week, and some people were throwing out some kind of hot takes. We might be throwing out some hot takes later. We'll get
Okay.
into it. But what is your favorite fast food chicken place?
Chicken place.
So
I have a hot I'll
I'll
throw a hot
preface
take
it.
out there for you.
I'll preface it. One of my coworkers was going to Dave's Hot Chicken for the first time,
Okay.
and one of her complaints about it was that it's just chicken.
She gets a
So I'm
hot chicken?
curious. I'm curious. Like, like there wasn't
What is that
other
supposed to mean?
options.
Why are you going to Dave's Hot Chicken if you want other options?
Just
Get out of here.
I'm just prefacing the
Dave's Hot
question.
Chicken is
I'm just
fantastic. I've only had it once, but it's
just
really
a
good.
messenger.
It's really
I actually
good.
didn't know that place was a chain. I'm now finding this out. I thought it was just like a Chicago thing. Uh,
I've
t-
heard only good things about Dave's Hot Chicken.
it's good. I ate there. I just thought it was like a local Chicago place. No
No,
idea.
it's they got one in
No idea.
Charlotte. It was
There's
really
a
There we
couple
good.
up
go.
I
here
went there
too.
like right when it opened. Oh yeah.
All right.
They,
But
they
that is
give
not my
you
answer.
they give you a lot of food too. It's good. That and Canes would probably be my top two, Raising Canes. And I would even go a step further to say, do the cool kids still say mid, or is mid out of the word out of the vocab now?
Like mid is acceptable.
Mid is acceptable.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A is mid. Chick-fil-A is mid at best.
I have
That's
not
kind of a hot take.
eaten Chick-fil-A in like 10 years. 10 years?
Wow.
Yeah,
Because it's
I don't go
mid
to
at
Chick-fil-A.
best.
I don't well no, it's mid for a lot of reasons. Or it's bad for a lot of reasons. My favorite though is Wingstop. If I'm going to get like chicken or wings,
Um,
again, like if this is national chain speaking, so that everyone that's
Yeah.
listening can understand.
Yeah.
Wingstop, I love their chicken. It's cooked well. Their sides are great. I love, honestly, it's kind of crazy. I have this passion for fake cheese. I love it. It's like my one vice. If you could just put me in a bathtub of nacho cheese, I would lap that up. I'm the guy, and again, no one's around. I might stick my finger and eat the rest of it. I have no shame in admitting that. I love nacho cheese, and so at Wingstop you can choose nacho cheese as your side. So I dip my tenders, I dip the
Chicken in
fries.
nacho cheese.
It's so
Two
good.
thumbs down.
It's so good. It's so good. So
Oh,
good.
that's funny.
Oh
Wow, that's
man.
good. That's good. See, this is what I'm looking for here.
Wait, so chick
That would
So if
nacho
Dave's Hot
cheese you don't
Chicken had a
like?
nacho cheese machine, you would put Dave's Hot Chicken at the top.
No, no, no. I'm just saying that's my favorite. One of my favorite. But to be honest, yeah, it would rank higher. It would rank higher.
That's
Um,
funny.
yeah.
So if you had to kill cheese or fake cheese, what would you kill?
I would. Ooh,
Ooh.
that's a tough. No, no, no,
Ooh.
no. That's no. That's a very easy. I eat fake cheese maybe like once every year.
That's fair. That's fair.
So I will go with real cheese because I love cheese curds. Shout out
But
to
when
cheese
you eat
curds.
that fake cheese, it hits.
It hits so hard. Like I only get it at like ballparks or maybe if I'll go to Wingstop. But yeah, it's I love that stuff, man. It's
Wingstop
addicting.
is a good shout. That wouldn't be the first place that comes to mind when I think like chicken, because I always think more like fried
Wings.
chicken, not wings.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
wings are fried chicken. They're
Yeah,
just the
wait.
same.
So wait.
I get
Yeah,
what you're saying. I get what you're saying though. No,
like
like
chicken
when
tender, like fried chicken tenders,
Yeah,
I
a
yeah,
guess.
prototypical chicken place is like Popeyes, Zaxby's,
yeah.
Right.
KFC, But yeah, I'll
Like a
throw Wingstop in
cutlet.
there. I'm saying Wingstop is a top tier chicken place.
I like that. I think my number one is Popeyes. I think Popeyes
Popeyes
is number one for me.
I haven't
Popeyes is
eaten it since
fire.
college. I haven't eaten any of these since college, to be completely honest. No, besides Dave's Hot Chicken, which I had probably a year or two ago, and it
There
was
you
really
go.
good. So hey, that's probably what I'd have to go with. I think we are coming in hot tonight. with some takes here at way too early takes, we'll call it, at the beginning of the MLB season. Why? Because it's too early to put any meat behind what we're about to debate. But hey, that's the fun of it. That's the point. But all of these takes that we're about to throw out there, I think nacho cheese on chicken wings might be the hottest take that we have.
Really? No one does
Never have
this?
considered it in my life. Blue cheese is like the cheese that my brain goes to. I'm not the biggest fan. If I'm dipping my wings in something, it's probably ranch, but I like my wings just like wings, man. I'll just eat it
Yeah.
with
I
with
I
my
can't say
hands
I've
and the sauce that
ever
comes on top.
I've never dipped chicken in cheese before.
Yeah, I don't think I
Like
have either.
pretzels, like a soft pretzel, yes. Fries,
Pizza?
sure.
Pizza?
No, no. What was the, oh, like nachos, sure. Like that. Like I like fake cheese as much as the next person, but I don't chicken. I've never had chicken and hot and fake nacho cheese. Maybe I'm missing out. I have to try it now. I'm
You
curious.
try it. It's a game changer. Go to Wingstop, deselect although actually if you like ranch too, just get an extra
Still
side
get
of cheese.
ranch.
Just get
Yeah,
both. Just get
Yeah, that's
both.
true. That's true.
yeah,
That's true.
you're
Yeah,
right.
it's like a
Okay.
dollar more. It's a dollar more.
I never would have considered that. I never would have
Wow.
considered it.
And I didn't
But
know that I was being weird. I didn't know that I was being weird.
maybe you aren't. Maybe me and Nash are the weird ones. Let us
Yeah,
No,
know.
saying
yeah.
it out loud, it sounds weird. It sounds weird. It's like one of those childhood things that I still have not outgrown.
But like if you get like a chicken taco, that'll come with cheese on it, or if you get like a chicken parm, that's literally chicken and cheese.
Right.
That's
So
real
I've
cheese
had,
though.
it's not like chicken doesn't go with cheese.
yeah,
It's
I've had
just
chicken
Okay.
something about
sandwiches.
fried chicken in fake cheese is just like,
I
but
don't know.
that's enough. That's enough. I'm gonna have to sever my brain to get rid of that image in my head.
Although, if you really want to, I don't know if KFC still has it. Used to call it a Power Bowl. So you would get mashed potatoes, chicken, and I don't know if this is something that not every. I swear I could get nacho cheese on that. I swear that I
This
could put
is
nacho cheese gravy. I don't know, guys.
Probably.
I have a cheese thing. If So Rare made nacho cheese cards, I would be the
limited.
biggest collector. Yes, yeah, a limited nacho cheese collection.
The
That would
limited
be.
cards.
I would eat that up literally.
Yeah, ballpark edition. You could have like hot dog
Ballpark
cards and
foods.
nachos cards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Where's my collectible cards?
And then
Put
if
them
you
in my
play it,
vault.
it like uses it's like energy. It's like one free energy, but you
Hmm.
pay $100 for it.
Hmm.
I don't know. There we go. We're
All
thinking.
right.
We're coming up with ideas.
Yeah. Well, let's get into some baseball hot takes here. But before we do, of course, make sure to check us out on SoRare using, well, not check us out, but if you aren't on SoRare, make sure to use that link in our description below for $50 in market credit towards building that SoRare, hopefully SoRare MLB team of your dreams. That's right, $50 in credit. That's enough to build an entire team to start winning you some rewards. And I've already won myself a couple. I'm excited. Andrew, I you beat me last week, so you've definitely won a reward. And Nosh, you haven't forgotten to set your lineups yet. So I think that's the biggest reward of them all. But if you guys want to experience winning rewards like this, as well as winning merchandise, cash, and other fun prizes such as like game tickets too, again, make sure to use our affiliate link in the description below for $50 in market credit. Now I'm coming at you real quick. First hot take from So Rare. I think my So Rare World Series card from last year that I won that has like the trophy in the background and I won it for playing in the So Rare MLB playoffs. That card should not require energy for the 2025 season. I haven't got to use him yet. I have my Nick Castellanos World Series card. The Phillies didn't even make the World Series. Who cares? And I don't get to use him in my current season lineups because he requires energy. That's not that fair, right? So, hey, so are people, if you're listening, I think my Nick Castellanos He's already used enough energy hitting home runs to left field. He doesn't need to use energy in my lineup. And guess what he did today? He hit a grand slam to left field.
Wow.
There we go.
So there's my hot take. But hot takes, boys. This is gonna be a fun
Not
episode. This is gonna be a fun
Yeah.
episode. Get into it,
it's
Nash.
it's kind of hot takes, but it's also like way too early
Too early
takes within
takes.
the season,
Yeah,
which kind of
same thing.
translates to hot takes.
Yeah.
No, I think
Um,
everything that one of us says is going to be
it's
true,
probably going to be
proven
pretty
true.
spicy.
Like,
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
no, no.
yeah.
Everything we say is
100%.
true. And if we
100%.
disagree, we're both true. Every truth is truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's deep.
Hashtag know your truth. Own your truth.
Exactly.
Instead of
Own
own
it.
your game,
Own your
I like
truth.
that.
own your
I like
Own
truth.
it.
that. Boys, I want to start it off because when I read this stat, I was like shocked. I was blown away. Um, my first hot take is that Jacob Wilson of the Not So Oakland Athletics is a lock for Silver Slugger at the shortstop position. A lock.
Whoa.
And let me tell you why.
Hold on.
Let me tell you why. Are you hitting us with the fungible before I tell?
Yeah, go for it.
Let me tell you why.
I know I got him.
In his first 50 plate appearances, not including today's game where he struck out twice.
That's
So we're just gonna ignore that. He swung and missed at the ball twice. In 50 swings, he missed the ball twice.
To
Isn't that
compare that
insane?
to, yeah, Rafael Devers had missed the ball 35 times, I believe it was.
Right?
He had a great day today, though.
No, he's heating back up. He's heating back up. Good for him. But we're talking, yeah, yeah, that's
Which is
insane.
this? It's the same number of home runs he has. So he has
Mhm.
swung and missed the same amount as he has home runs this season. Now he did strike out twice today, so not ideal for him. But he did not have a single strikeout through 33 plate appearances to start the season. Isn't that
Something,
insane?
yeah,
He just
and
makes
good for
contact.
him
He just
too.
hits the ball.
Shout out to Jacob Wilson for hitting the first redacted A's home run at the Sacramento stadium that they're playing at. Jacob Wilson. That's just named to the history books there. I've enjoyed watching him so far. For the little bit of A's baseball that I've watched, I watched them play the Rockies yesterday. And it was a very wild game, went into extra innings where the again, stay tuned for some content here. The Rockies hit a ball into the corner and it got stuck under the wall and the guy put his hands up but then reached down and grabbed the ball and threw it in. Very interesting. Would
Hmm.
definitely stay tuned and subscribe to our YouTube channel for a little analysis on that. But the A's did end up winning, and Jacob Wilson was a big part of that team, and it's cool to see him in this young A's lineup. Um, A's have been pretty mediocre to start the season so far, but hey, it's okay. They're not bad. They're not like the Braves, and they I've enjoyed watching Jacob Wilson, so I'll take that. That's a good take. I don't think that's too spicy of a take. Now,
No.
Silver Slugger, now we're hopping back on like a few weeks ago, we're hopping back on that Scoville train a little bit.
I think the fun part about a lot of like this his early season stats is not only did he not strike out, um, obviously not including today, but he also has a 10 game I want to say it's a hitting streak. It might just be on base. I think it's a 10-game hitting streak. But he also has no walks. So that man just does not swing and miss at the ball. And he doesn't wait to take his four balls either. He's making contact. He's putting the ball in play no matter what happens. And it works. Before today, he was hitting 330 something, I want to say. The only other players in MLB history, or I guess this is just since 1995, that have started the season on a 10-game hitting streak without striking out or walking, Ichiro Suzuki, Miguel Tejada, Christian Guzman, and Tony Gwynn. So some pretty good names on that list. Not a bad list of names to be associated with. So I really like Jacob Wilson. as a part of the Sacramento A's.
Are you going to add him to your breakout list from last week?
Heyo.
Yes, he's breaking
I mean,
out.
yeah, there we go. I mean, that what you described is a breakout. So you think it's going to be sustained, continued throughout the season? Is he going to
Yes.
be an all-star? All-star?
Hey, listen, he's a prospect. He's used to playing in minor league stadiums. It's like he never left. Think
Also,
about
shout
it.
out Mason
True.
Miller. Shout out Mason
True.
Miller.
Shout out Mason Miller.
True.
And Luis Urias, former Brewer, former. He's been all around. He's now
Huicho?
in. Yes, Wicho. See, he's throwing down on the Athletics.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy that you mention a player with potential to win awards. Also starting off the season with a 10-game hitting streak. Because I have a hot take too about a player who's also started off the season with a 10-game hitting streak.
Ooh.
But it's not Jacob Wilson. It's your boy on your Milwaukee Brewers, Bryce Turang. This season will repeat as Gold Glove winner, and not only will he do that, he'll be an All-Star this year. Not next year, next year, maybe future. But this year, he's going to be on that team. He's currently, of course,
Oh,
it's only April 6th. That's the point of this episode. He's hitting 325. He's hit 2 bombs already. Did you see the home run he hit 2 days ago?
I did. That was sick.
That was like Prince
Yesterday,
Fielder
actually.
territory.
It was nuked.
That was Prince Fielder territory.
Yeah.
Yeah. He hit that far. Man's got muscle. He can field. He can run. He can do everything that an all-star requires, and he's going to do it this year. So see ya, Bryce Turang, this July.
I
Like
like
it.
it. Yeah.
I know
I,
it might not be too hot for you guys. You might agree with it because you're
I
Brewers
agree.
fans too, but
This one is also player related. I think we have some team takes. At least I know I have a few. When this was announced, I initially was hoping for the worst, and unfortunately, as a Brewer fan, it has been proven true. Kyle Tucker to the Cubs, an amazing deal. He's so good. The only way the Cubs screw this up is if they do not re-sign him. But the way he's been playing right now, they're just gonna they should give him all of the money in the city of Chicago right now. Like, he can have my apartment. It's not too far from the stadium, wherever he wants to live. The Cubs should be literally doing backflips, doing everything for Kyle Tucker because he's playing out of his mind. And my God, he's a so early season legend. If you don't have his card, honestly, it's like him and Judge. Like, being without them, your lineup is just it can't. It's hard to win. And I think for the Cubs, that unfortunately as a Brewer fan, I think they got a really good trade, and it's been kind of proving right. And I don't know, guys. It makes me nervous. So my take is I'm officially scared that Kyle Tucker is a member of the Cubs, and I'm gonna even take it a step further. I think the Cubs are back.
Cubs are back. I think they're after losing today. I think they're 8-6 or 7-5, something like that. They're
7-5.
two games above 500.
first place. The
First
first place
place.
Chicago Cubs.
Yeah,
Yep.
right behind them, your Milwaukee Brewers, Bryce Turang. Kyle
Bryce
Tucker has walked this season in 59 plate appearances. 59 plate appearances. He's walked 12 times. He is seeing the ball well. 20% walk ratio every time he steps up to the plate. That's crazy. I'm looking at like no one else in the MLB. Marcelo
Okay.
Zuna and Colt
Yep.
Keith are both up
Wow.
there with 13 and
Shout
12
out.
walks, and then Kyle Tucker is tied right there for second with Colt Keith for 12 walks. Now, Ozuna's also struck out 11 times. Colt Keith struck out 8 times. Kyle Tucker's only struck out 6 times this season. 15 ribbies. He's got 15 ribbies. He's second to only, guess who? Aaron Judge for
Yeah.
RBIs. He's got 5 home runs. He's second to only who? Aaron Judge in home runs. I
Jeez.
Wait, is he going to be
Better than
MVP?
Ohtani? Better than
Is he going to be
Ohtani.
MVP?
People are
Is
saying that Kyle Tucker is better than Ohtani.
no
That's not
way.
true, but MVP? I would vote Kyle Tucker ahead of Otani right now.
Yeah, there. I mean, the April 6th MVP. Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
For week one, yeah, I'd take that. I'd say he's not going to win MVP. I feel like
Okay.
that's
Whoa. Whoa.
almost a guarantee. But if he keeps up this pace, there's no reason he's not a top five MVP candidate by the end of the year.
Oh, easily. If not
Maybe
higher,
even
if not
top
top
three.
three.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Except Tatis is winning it, so
I know. And it leads me to my second, which is the Cubs are back. Guys, how do you saying this out loud? It brings me no joy to be the messenger, to be the harbinger of this news. Uh, I I personally, I don't know how I feel about it, but it also to me is an extension of they made acquisitions in a team I'm going to talk about in a second too. They also made acquisitions. The rest of the Central, we covered them. They really didn't do anything, and I don't know. They're good. And Kyle Tucker, he's the MVP. I don't know.
I mean, you can compare it to like when the Brewers got Yelich and Yelich
True.
became an MVP. If Tucker were to hit that MVP caliber, like that'll easily carry the Cubs to the playoffs. Easily.
Yeah.
Um, because they have enough weapons to back them up. And I would argue that PCA has not gotten into full form yet. Hasn't had the greatest start to the season. Seiya has been killing it. If
Yeah. Say
Seiya can,
is
yeah.
amazing.
Um, and I could go on and on and on about the Cubs team, but I would not be surprised if they finished in first place this year in the Central.
Yeah. Yeah, because at a point, I don't think I'm going to take it to build on that. I don't think that they're elite. I think there's an upper echelon of teams in baseball right now, and I think the Cubs are maybe one or two pieces away from, oh my God, they're going to win the World Series again. I don't have this as good as I have this feeling about them as a potential NL Central pennant stealer, but I do not have a worry in my mind about them winning a World Series.
yeah. I'm
You,
just scrolling
yeah.
quickly through like just some main team stats here. Uh, Cubs are currently second in runs, only behind the Yankees. They are first in hits. They are first in doubles. They are third in home runs. They are second in RBIs. Team batting average, they're sitting at 11th, and team OPS, they're sitting in sixth. So their offense has been fantastic. The scary part, and maybe the reason they're not so back, is their pitching has been very middle of the line so far. Now that can go both ways, right? If it gets better and their offense stays the same, then they are fully back and are probably a lock to win the NL Central. Good shout. Good
April
shout.
6th, Cubs division champs, Kyle
Yeah.
Tucker MVP.
Yep.
Holy.
It's that easy. It's that easy. Lock it in.
Lock it in. Betting favorite.
But you could argue that any team that makes the playoffs that isn't the Dodgers has a pretty good chance to lose to the Dodgers in the playoffs. So,
Yeah.
That's fair.
so, but Dodgers, what are you doing down there in second place? I don't know, man. You're losing out to Big Brother up north. San Francisco Giants currently sitting at 8-1 after a walk-off win today against the Mariners. I am willing to bet. I love watching the Giants. I think they're a fun team. I've never not liked watching the Giants. Um, Even back in the days where they had won 3 championships in 6 years, I still like watching the Giants. I have friends that like watching the Giants too, friends from the Bay Area. Shout out to them. Giants are going to make the playoffs this year. They are in a division with the Dodgers, the Padres, and the Diamondbacks, and there's a whole nother team in that division. which I picked to be the worst team this year. The Rockies, though, they did win today. They won against, well, the A's. Oh boy. But the Giants are 8-1, 3-0 at home. They won their first three games after starting off the year away, and they're 8-1, and they look good. And I think we might have been a little bit low on Willie Adames, but once that summer sun starts to set in the Bay Area, I think Willie might pick it up and start to help out this team, lead them to the
Yeah.
playoff spot. I think the Giants are making the playoffs.
Ooh, okay. So probably winning the division or wild card.
I don't think
No shot.
I don't think anyone else is winning that division besides the
No
Dodgers.
Yeah.
shot.
But the Giants, I wonder what the preseason projections were for the Giants. Probably fourth place,
Probably. I
maybe
don't think
third,
many people were very high on the
maybe
Giants.
third, yeah. And you still might not be. This might just be a fluke, but April 6th, they're in first place. April 6th, I'm picking them to make the postseason.
Is the NL West the best division in baseball? I mean,
Stop! You're
the
stealing my take.
the
You're stealing
fact.
my
Oh,
take.
send
Well,
it.
well, here,
Send
well,
it.
I'll give my version of it. I'm gonna say no because the Rockies are in it. I think if you have one bad team can bring down an entire division. It to be a truly competitive division, I don't know. I'm saying that I said that in my head, but as I'm saying it out loud, I also think the more people you have fighting for the title, the better the race is. I don't know. I'm saying it's the best.
All right.
Josh, is that your take?
I'm gonna say the different variations of this take, but my original wording for the take is that the NL West would be a four-team race for the playoffs, which is kind of unheard of. Normally, it's a three-team race with one or two teams being in contention for the division title and another team being in contention for the wild card. We don't really see four-team races all that often in a division, and all that means is that that division is the best division. I was willing to take it a step further and would say that it's one of the best divisions ever. To have four teams be competitive and potentially four teams to make a playoff spot, is that even possible with the scheduling? I don't even know. I don't really understand the MLB schedule anymore. Um, but Giants in first place, like you said, Dodgers and Padres and the Diamondbacks all just killing it to start the year. Diamondbacks are only 500, but I'm thinking they're going to be there. I picked the Padres to be a disappointment, not because I thought they'd be bad, but because I thought they wouldn't go as far as they probably expect to. Um, but I think it's going to be a four-team race, and I think it's going to be one of the better divisions that we've seen in a while. A la 2023 AL East, Yankees, Orioles, Red Sox, Rays. Everyone was competitive in that division, felt like.
Okay. Um, Nash, let's
Yes.
let's go back to the players real quick.
Mm.
We've taken stab at teams here, taken a few wild, hot, stably takes at the teams here, but let's go back to the players here. Your boy, you bought him 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago in
Are you
So
telling a
Rare.
story? Are you telling a story
I
right now?
am, and that's where the story ends because that's it. And Mike Trout is still sitting in your gallery
Wait, you
hitting
have a
home
Mike
runs.
Trout?
Nash has
Stop
one.
it.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
I
That's
he
do.
not.
You
does.
know
Yes,
this.
he
You know this.
does.
You
You
know this.
know this.
You're just making
What?
fun of me. I just
Sitting
know it.
in your gallery,
No,
he's
you
now
don't.
hit 3 home runs this season in back to back to back. No, maybe not back to back to back games. Maybe it was back to back to back
I think it
games.
was. I think it
Putting up
was.
55 points in So Rare. I think Mike Trout will play the whole season this year. And not only that, he'll be an all-star. And not only that, he'll win some sort of hitting reward. Not necessarily MVP, but maybe a Silver Slugger. Maybe he'll be up there in one of those hitting categories. I don't know. But if he plays the whole season, which I think he's going to, fingers crossed, because we all love to see a Mike Trout full season, he's going to win something and he's going to become an all-star. Mike Trout, he's back. He's officially back. We said this last year and he got hurt again. So be back.
I hope he is.
Yeah.
For the sake of my limited solar teams, I hope he is back. And I hope he stays healthy.
That's so funny, Josh. I did not know you had a Mike Trout. That's a shame. You should honestly cut him because we need him to be healthy. So
You should
See,
cut him,
look,
vault him,
there he is. There
vault
he
him.
is.
Did that say fifth place or top five?
Top
top
Ah,
5%.
5.
Also, yeah, hot take.
Corbin
I
Burns
don't
let me
know
down.
percentages. Can you just show us the number of where we are?
Yeah,
That'd be
what does
much
5%
easier.
mean?
Yeah,
I
and I don't
agree.
get excited about, but yeah, seeing a five, it's like, oh my God, I single digits, but 5%, that I don't know what that actually means. So
my
I
counter
would
to
love to.
that would just win, bro.
Oh, yeah. If you get high
True.
enough, it tells you what place you're in.
Yeah,
It's true. It's
just
true.
win,
Yeah,
bro.
get good, kid.
I don't know. Have you finished top 10 this season?
I've not. I'm in 38th in my
I
rare
have.
challenger. 38th.
Okay, okay,
There we
That's
go.
good for 20 market credits.
heyo. Any uh, any other player hot takes we got here coming up here towards the end of the podcast?
We talked a lot
Bit
about
of a. Sorry, go for
moves
it.
this offseason.
Yeah.
One's related to both the Willie and Kyle Tucker. Bregman to the Red Sox, genius move. Oh my God, he's so good. Red Sox are so good. I think they could genuinely contend with the Yankees this year. If they just got torpedo bats themselves, I think it would be a crazy race. I feel bad a bit for the Orioles because they were, gunning for that for so long. But man, I think the Red Sox are back. They're going to be a serious challenger this year, and just like the Cubs, I think they had their own Yelich moment where they made their big splash. And unlike the Cubs, I think they locked him up for more than a year. But yeah, Bregman to the Red Sox, barely really good move.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and Bregman hasn't won the MVP like Yelich, but putting up Kyle Tucker-esque numbers so far. I'm gonna take your take. It was a medium take, and I'm gonna put some hot sauce on it because you mentioned another team in the division, the Orioles,
Mm.
how they've been striving to make the playoffs for so long, and they have all this young talent, and it's finally all come together, and they've been underwhelming. And I don't know where they're going to go from this year because they're still kind of underwhelming to me. Their pitching has only regressed after losing Corbin Burns, and they have the same offense that they did last year, but everyone's kind of been off to a relatively slow start. And if it continues this way, here comes the hot sauce. I think the Orioles might finish under 500 this year. Under 500 for the Orange Birds out of Baltimore over there at Camden. Is that too much spice? Did I just hit the chili pepper? Did I just
Yeah.
hit the ghost pepper? The Reaper? Or how are we
It's
feeling about the Orioles this year? April 6th.
I
I'm worried.
April Fools.
I'm gonna go they
Just
finish
kidding.
above 500 but don't make the playoffs.
Okay.
Which would be a big disappointment for
Huge
them.
disappointment. Probably the most disappointing team if they don't make the playoffs. Or one
Padres,
of the most
maybe
disappointing
Giants, yeah.
teams. Yeah.
They have the Yankees. They have the Red Sox, who are so back. They have
Don't
the Blue
don't
Jays.
don't cut
They
out the
lost
Rays.
Anthony Santander, who's now on the Blue Jays, about to hit home runs against them in the same division.
Hey. Yeah.
And the
Wait,
Rays
so
are playing their whatever baseball just like the A's are. The Rays and the A's, man.
like, guys, do you feel a draft in here? I think I might need to close the Orioles World Series window right now.
Ooh,
I think it's
Oh.
closed.
I was gonna say
Wow.
Sorry.
the
It
draft from
hurts.
Rafael Devers' swing has passed because he's starting to make contact again. But if you're
It's
talking
What?
about
so hard.
that, then
It,
yeah.
I feel like if it was last year or 2 years ago, they felt a bit like a Brewers-esque team where they made the big splash. They got Corbin Burns. They had the young talent. They were a rising team. Red Sox were, just I don't know, doing whatever in Boston. Yankees were asleep. It seemed like the division was anyone's, and they had their moment. And it sucks because I feel this for the Brewers too. Like we have our moment right now because the Cubs are sleeping. Maybe they're waking up, like we said earlier. But I feel bad that this window for them wasn't. It's maybe it's still partially open, but to give up Burns, to give up Santander, like that is kind of admitting you're kind of going backwards a bit. And I don't know. It's hard seeing that as a fellow small market team.
I will say in favor of the Orioles, it does kind of feel like they went for it a little too early.
Mm.
But they still have their young pieces in place. They still have Gunner. They still have Adley. They have Herstad, Jackson Holiday, um, Westberg. So they still have like basically a full lineup of young, high potential players. I would have liked to see them like fill around those players in the next 1 to 3 years, not last year and the year before that. So it kind of feels like they went for it a little too early, but they do still have their young core in place. And if they kind of take a year off this year, maybe next year they go for it a little bit more once these players get better established. I think they'll be back. I think they have a chance to be competitive. I'm a little nervous about them this year though.
All right. Maybe that isn't as much of a hot take. Under 500 though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that,
might
that
be
would be
spicy.
that would be kind of
Let's sound
wild.
like what? So let's say the Rays finish under 500. Is everyone else finishing above?
That'd be
Like,
a pretty good division.
it'd be a pretty
Yep.
good division.
The
Are the
NL
Rays even
West.
that bad? They lost
No.
McClanahan already, which is so
Oh,
unfortunate.
we'll get to the Rays a little bit later in a returning segment. Don't worry.
In a
Oh
returning
man.
segment. I mean, it's almost time for such segments. It's been about 30, 35 minutes of
We
hot
got any
takes here.
other
Do we
hot
have
takes?
any other peppers that we need to lay out
Okay.
on the table before we
This
return
is
everyone's favorite segment?
crazy idea. We talked, I think our home run segments, people like this one. I'm going to take a step further. I think MLB teams should be allowed to combine with each other. Imagine this. If you added the Pirates plus our Orioles, imagine how dynamic, how eclectic that team would be. That would be such a fun team. You could just throw the Rockies on whatever team you wanted. I think we should in this era of haves and have-nots. I think we should just allow teams to just combine whenever they want.
This was not in my the rules I made a few weeks ago. This was not
Yeah.
in the baseball's wildest rule changes upcoming, but I like it. Putting Paul Skeens on the Orioles, that's what they need. That's exactly what they need.
It is.
Yeah.
Sounds
Be
like what the
such a
Dodgers do already.
Yeah.
yeah. Or the Yankees.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Dodgers just combine like they'll choose a few teams. They'll be like, who do we want to get this week? Ooh, let's go with Tommy Edman. Let's go with the Cardinals. We'll pick from the Cardinals this week. Oh, look, Tommy Edmonds hit 5 home runs just like Kyle Tucker this year already.
Wait, guys, related to that, is Trent Grisham good?
Just because
No,
someone homers in back-to-back games doesn't mean they're good. No,
he's
I'm
not
kidding.
good.
He's
He's not good.
He is a good fielder, except for one very, very big mistake that he made in his career.
That's
Not for the current team that he is on. And he's a very average hitter.
that didn't need to come up. That did not need to come up right now.
We were talking about
Josh
big
Hader
market
shouldn't have
teams
given up the
poaching.
hit.
You're
Shouldn't have
right.
given up
You're
the
right.
hit.
Right. See, if you're like Jacob Wilson, you put the ball in play. Good things happen.
Mm.
I might pick up a Jacob Wilson on Sora right now.
Do it.
Ooh. Ooh. Over under Jacob Wilson's price on Sorare right now.
I'm gonna say $14.
I was gonna say
Wow,
20. I was
14.
gonna
I
say
was gonna
20
say
to
like
25.
$8.
What?
I don't know.
He's good. He's young. He's a rookie.
You're
His
right.
instant buy,
20. Wow,
$13.15.
Andrew knows is so
I know
Wow.
rare.
ball. I know ball.
Wow. When I get my market credit for finishing 38th in rare, I'm gonna buy a Jacob Wilson.
Yeah.
27 against the Rockies. Again, you can't, like we always say, you don't buy the past scores, but we know he's gonna get to play some bad teams. And I don't know. Is the new Ace Stadium, is that high altitude? Are they up in the mountains in California?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I
What's
don't
the
know
altitude of the
where in
A's?
Sacramento they are.
What is
Are
the
they in the valley portion or are they in the mountain portion?
These are the things that you come to the podcast
new
for.
A's stadium is? Oh no,
Oh,
It's
that's
in Sutter
it's
Health.
below sea level.
Okay, there we go. Balls do
No,
not
I'm
fly.
just kidding.
I
It has
don't
a
know. This is
capacity of
it's
10,000.
providing fake news here
Oh.
is what I'm getting. I'm getting the altitude of the Las Vegas A's. Huh?
Wait
What
a
do they know that we
second.
don't?
Wait a second.
All right,
Uh,
Nash.
Andrew's gonna
I
figure it
think it's
out.
time to bring it
yeah,
back.
yeah,
All
bring
right.
it up. I'll give you the elevation.
All right. Well, it's the very long and very anticipated return of everybody's favorite segment on the podcast. It is, drum roll please,
I don't want to hit
Rider
the mic. Yes, sir.
Fade. It is back. All right.
Cheese on tenders.
How did you know? All right, starting it off. We didn't really talk about this on the podcast. It's kind of old news at this point, but I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. Are you riding or fading the Yankees' new facial hair policy?
That's a great picture. It's such a
Right?
good picture.
It's kind of a cursed image.
Absolutely writing it. They needed to get over themselves out there in New York and realize that it's a natural thing that happens to people. Hair grows on your face. Why should you have to cut off that hair to throw a rock really fast or hit a rock really far? That's like baseball's the most caveman game. It's see rock, throw rock, hit rock. Cavemen had beards,
It's
so
true.
baseball players deserve beards too.
I like it.
I mean, looks like they didn't put that extra hair, kept their extra hair in their bats. So I don't know if that's going to do anything for them. I don't know. I liked that the Yankees were different than everyone else. I kind of like that. And if I was a Yankees fan, to be honest, I would be worried. Can you win a World Series with this policy change? So I'm gonna say bad decision. Policy. Yankees have not won a World Series since they've instituted this. So I think it's worrying as a fan. So yeah, I'll fade it.
That
That's a
is
good point.
true. The Yankees have not won a World Series since instituting
Yeah,
the hair
crazy.
policy.
Yeah.
That is
That's
true.
a great point.
I like it. All right. So we talked about this a little bit earlier. I kind of incorporated a hot take into ride or fade. But are you riding or fading the Rays pitching staff?
Ha!
The Rays pitching staff, without their ace, by the way, because he's hurt, has been amazing to start the year.
Insane.
Like almost perfect. It hasn't equated to them winning a lot of games. I think they're like 4-5 or 4-4 right now. But they've been absolutely outstanding to start the season. Do you think it persists? Are they going to be one of the top pitching staffs in baseball this year, or are they going to fall off?
I think Shane Baz does have the potential to be elite, and it's not just because of that beautiful facial hair
Right?
that
And the name.
you have included there. It's like so hair is dark, but then every now and then your hair grows out on your mustache. It's like bleach blonde. Why? Why does that happen? It looks weird. I'm saying this because it
Does.
happens to me, not because Shane Baz looks weird. He's a beautiful man, and he's got a 0 ERA so far this season. I I don't know. I don't know. Are they legit? I don't know. It's hard for them to come back as an elite squad while immediately losing McClanahan to start the season. But if they can pick up, or if they, sorry, they don't need to pick up. If they can keep doing what they're doing, I'm telling you, it gives me more of a point, more of a reason to believe that the Orioles might finish worse than everyone thinks. Because the Rays are playing pretty dang good pitching baseball, at least.
Right.
And just wait for their offense. They have some pretty good hitters on offense, too. So, hey, I'll ride the Rays pitching staff. Long story short.
I'm going to stay on the bus. I will not be exiting the vehicle. However, it is a very important stop on the journey when they face the torpedo bats of the Yankees. If they can
Nice.
hold up,
Worked it again.
if they can hold up against that, then yes, I will ride with them to the ends of the earth. If not, I'll be getting out in the Bronx, catching giving Judge a nice say hi in the bleachers, and yeah, be on my way. Get save the seat warm for Paul Skeens.
For Paul
I like it.
Skeens.
I like it. If they if they could just hit, that would be key. Their pitching has held people, but they just can't hit. So they haven't been winning. Um, uh, I like it. All right. This next one is very random. But as someone who listens to probably 98% Spotify when I'm in the car, are you boys riding or fading listening to the radio?
Oh, okay. I ride listening to sports radio and fade listening to music on the radio. We live in a day and age where you can choose whatever music you want to listen to, and not to like downplay DJs or whatever, but there's no radio station that fits what I'm looking for. Um, and I'm thinking like specifically, I would listen to a friend's radio station in college, and he would play like a bunch of songs that you wanted to hear. And nowadays, listening to the radio, you'll get a country music station, you'll get a pop music station, and you'll get a rap music station, and you'll get a quote unquote alternative music station that plays the same 10 songs over and over and over again. And I'd rather just choose my music. But sports radio, eat me up. Absolutely. Can't get enough of it. Give me more of it. Although the Charlotte baseball takes are awful because there's no baseball in Charlotte.
Fair enough.
Did you see Cam Newton's baseball take?
I did
No,
not.
He said that women's basketball is going to be more popular than baseball this year or
It's
something
kind
like
of a
that.
that's kind of a hot take.
that's
That's
maybe.
that's all right. That's something.
I don't know. I love the radio, but I disagree, Jacob. I think flipping between random music stations is one of the more underrated things that you can do in the car,
Okay.
especially when you're in a place where you don't know any of the numbers for the stations. Putting it on shuffle and stopping it when you hear something that you like, there's nothing better than that. And you can find out new music that way. So I don't know. It's I agree. It's so much easier if I just pull up Spotify on my phone and I just press play. But sometimes I'm lazy. Sometimes I don't want to, put on my same playlist or listen to artist shuffle. I just want to just see what's out there. And the best part is about even listening to music on the radio. Sometimes the people say the craziest things, and you don't get the Spotify. Thankfully, doesn't talk to you yet. So I,
It
I, I
can.
like
The
I
AI
like
DJ
The AI
does.
can if you want
Yeah.
it
yeah,
to.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But it's not going to tell me, what the weather's like in Chickasaw, Oklahoma, and I kind of like that.
All right, let me fade real quick. Even more than listening to the radio, I'm fading the Spotify DJ. The AI
Oh, sure.
DJs. Big
Wow.
fade. Big fade.
That's fair.
I've never tried it. Never tried it. Maybe I
I
will.
I will say there are times when I'm on Spotify listening to music and I struggle to find like a playlist where I want it to just be fully random. Like I don't want to listen to the playlist I've made, or I don't want to listen to a certain artist, and I want a variety of genres. I kind of struggled to find one on Spotify, but like you said on the radio, it's kind of random, even though they play the same music over and over again. So the one thing I don't love is the commercials. I
Oh,
don't.
there's so
I
many
just want to listen
Fair.
commercials.
to music, not commercials. So
Fair.
there's that. All
Shout out to
right.
the radio.
And last but not least, I always got to throw a food one here at the end. Curious what you guys think. Are you riding or fading hush puppies? Now, I bring this up because in the Great North here, we don't really have hush puppies. It's very much a southern thing. And I was just out in Florida and I got to indulge in some hush puppies and I absolutely love them. I wish they were here in Wisconsin somewhere. I'm sure there's a restaurant somewhere that serves it, but there's nothing like it compared to the South. And I do love them and I miss them when I'm here and I can't have them. So do you guys like hush puppies or are you fading them?
I ride hush puppies for sure. For sure.
They're so good. They're so
Absolutely.
Yeah.
good. I would eat
Okay.
them up.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if I've ever met someone that doesn't ride a hush puppy. It's just
I don't want
fried
to.
corn, isn't it?
It's fried
I
cornmeal. That's what it is.
That's what I
I don't
need
want
in
to.
my life. Like that's what
Yeah.
my blood sugar levels want is fried corn.
I kind of want to dip it in some nacho cheese right now.
Yeah. And this
Kind
is
of want to.
I will say season 1 of Ride or Fade, you found some of the internet's worst, nastiest pictures of food that you could find. These are some really good looking hush puppies, and even better looking like some aioli
Yeah.
with chives on the
Well,
side
he's
too.
no, he biases us. He
Oh,
wants us to
100%. Okay,
Jacob.
yes, I do.
Yes.
I do.
I fell
will-
victim then. I fell victim then.
I will 100% admit that if there is an item on here that I personally fade, I will find the worst picture of it. And if I'm writing it, I will find a very pleasant picture of it. So you know that I like hush puppies based on this picture.
It's fair. Ride or Fade, fake news.
It's funny, I was making the one for the slideshow for today, and the last food item was the pizza, the chicken pizza.
Ooh, the chicken pizza, and now
And
we're to go
the picture.
full circle.
Yep.
I would rather have the
Nacho cheese.
chicken and nacho cheese than the pizza.
And the pizza?
Yeah.
Fair enough. The picture was awful though. It looked so nasty.
All right. Give me some pickle here real quick, and we'll round out the top of this podcast here. We talked about a lot of players today, but I think there's only one person that we can go with here.
Bryce Turang.
Nope.
Ooh.
Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker.
Ah.
Great name. Like, just a great
Ooh.
name that you want to say in a southern accent.
Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker.
So he's just
Kyle
switch
Tucker
hitter,
on
this
the
person?
left. Bumping and burning. Kyle Tucker gonna get first place. Kyle Tucker. I'm telling you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, this is a switch hitter, isn't
Switch hitter?
it?
Switcher? Think so. It's gotta be.
Oh yeah, because it's it's orange. Oh,
In the
interesting.
AL.
Switch
Could
hitter in
be
the
AL or
AL.
NL. Yeah.
NL East or West or AL Central.
From the USA, switch hitter. What?
I feel like we could almost get this right away.
He's either young or
I'm
really
blanking.
old.
Oh, Tommy Edman? We talked about him.
Like that?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay,
So it's
so
NL
it's
East.
the
It's
NL
NL
East.
East. NL Beast.
No, we just got to use that brain.
Oh,
Brandon
man.
Nimmo is a lefty only. Jeff McNeil's a
there's
lefty
somebody-
only.
I think there's somebody on the Mets though that is a switch hitter.
It's
Who is
Lindor.
it?
Lindor
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
play.
Phillies, Braves.
Michael Harris?
Yeah.
No, he's a
Ooh.
lefty. He's a lefty. Albies
There's-
is not from the USA. He's not from the USA.
Is one of the long-haired guys on the Phillies switch Stott or
No, Marsh, no. Harper,
Marsh.
no.
could be a pitcher that we don't know is a switch hitter.
Oh, it could be that would be
That'd
insanity.
be
I-
horrible. That'd
Say
be
Zach
horrible.
Wheeler for fun.
Yeah.
He's a lefty hitter. How about that? Okay,
Okay.
if it's a
Could be a
reliever, that's
relief
even
pitcher.
If it's a relief
worse.
pitcher, we just give up.
But
Just give
let's say, just say Edwin. No,
Yeah, Diaz.
no, because he's not from the
What
USA.
about Strom?
Yeah.
We can at least see if it's the
No, he's
Mets
a
though.
lefty. He's a lefty
No,
though.
let's say
Do
Diaz because we can at
do
least get the
like
team.
yeah. Just do Edwin Diaz just to see the team.
Okay, it's not the Mets.
Okay, it's not a
Not a
pitcher. That's
relief
huge.
pitcher.
That's huge.
Okay.
Okay, we got to get this now.
The
Um,
Nationals.
oh, the
Oh, is
Nationals.
it
Josh Bell? Isn't he back on the Nationals? It's got to be Josh
yeah.
Bell.
Oh,
It's
it's not the Nationals. Wow.
It's not. So it's Braves.
Braves or
Marlins.
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 Matt Mervis? Oh, he's a lefty? Thought he was a switch. He had 2 home runs today, by the way. Shout out
Shout
to
out.
Matt Mervis.
Oh, dude, I've been betting this guy's props all year. Xavier Edwards.
Oh, Xavier Edwards.
Is he? Is
Yeah.
he?
No, he's a switch. Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
That's a
Dude, I've been betting
pull.
this guy's
Wow.
props. He's a lock.
I like
He's
him. I
I
like
kind of
him.
want a silver card too.
hmm
That's a good shout. All right. Great shout.
He's good. He's good, man. He's good.
Yeah.
Shout out the Marlins.
Marlins are sneaky good.
Hey, you never know.
I didn't want to pick him for my worst team. Yeah, that's
The
it. That's
Rockies
all. That's
are
props. That's a
the
backhanded
worst team.
compliment. Name something good about the Marlins. I didn't want to pick him for my worst team of the year.
They get to live in Miami.
Yikes.
That's pretty sweet.
That's pretty cool.
There
Warm.
you go. Yeah, it's warm.
You will not have to play baseball in snow. Like I'll say it. Mention this series about 17 times a day. The Rockies and the A's were playing in snow this entire weekend. So
Yikes.
Wow.
All right. Well, there you have it. We hope you enjoyed the podcast. Don't forget to leave a rating wherever you're listening to the podcast. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our other social media. And until next week, you just attended batting practice. Now you're ready to get in the game. Peace.
Peace.